What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. In this one we're doing a re-brew of my Pilsner, the award-winning Pilsner, may I add. The reason being, it's now springtime in Wales, UK, which is very hard to believe considering how bad the weather has been. So I want to brew a nice crisp clean Pilsner ready for the warmer months ahead. The recipe for this beer has been shared widely all over my channel anyway. This video is much more focused on the fermentation and lagering process, which is absolutely fundamental to get brilliant lagers. Originally I'd done this using just an under-counter fridge with the greenhouse heater in the bottom wired to an STC. However, courtesy of Grainfather, who have done me a solid and provided me with two brand new controllers and a dual valve for my new to me conical fermenters. So absolutely huge shout out and thanks to Grainfather for supporting the channel and gifting me those pieces of kit in order for me to brew these fantastic beers and share it with you guys. So without further ado, let's brew the beer, and we'll cut back once we're transferring to the fermenters, and I'll talk you through my method of madness. And just like that, with that little bit of YouTube wizardry, we are ready to chill this beer down through the counterflow chiller and transfer it into these conical fermenters. So let me just run through the basic principles of what I'm aiming for when it comes to fermenting these Pilsners. So I want the wort to be at the correct pitching temperature straight off. I don't want to transfer it, put the yeast in and then lower the temperature to 12 degrees. I want it to be there already before I chuck the yeast in. So we're going to be starting cold, going to aerate it as best as I can. I don't have any oxygen or any feed into, so I'm just going to be holding up the outlet here a lot higher than the fermenters, just to try and get some sort of aeration into there as best I can. So as you can see from the fermentation schedule, we're going for 12 degrees for a total of 4 days. Then we're doing a diacetyl rest at 18 degrees for 2 days. We're increasing the temperature as quick as we can up to that 48 hours. And then we're going to be doing a cold crash effectively, but over 7 days, from 18 degrees down to 3 degrees. And I'm hoping that's going to very much clean up the beer and give us that nice crisp clean finish. Then obviously from the 3 degrees then we can keg the beer, and that will condition further then in my kegs in the kegerator. So the yeast we're going to be using today is Saccharomyces pastorianus. Both of these are the same yeast effectively, but obviously from different suppliers. This is Saflager S23, and this one is obviously the faithful Nova Lager. I am going to be pitching 2 sachets per 20 litre batch, so the dosage for these is 0.8 to 1.2 grams per litre, so that works out fine for these, and this is 0.5 to 1 gram per litre. So I'm going to be dumping both of these in just to make sure that I'm not under pitching. So let's chill this down and get it going. Just let this circulate for a couple of minutes to sterilise inside the counterflow chiller. So I hope you can see that from that angle, but we're currently struggling to get it anywhere any lower than 15 degrees with the counterflow chiller going at full pelt and this only coming out at a dribble to try and slow it down as much to get as much contact with the cold water as possible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start transferring it across now, kick on the glycol chiller as well, so that will bring it down at the same time as well. Let's go. It's very, very clear. It's looking beautiful. So the chiller has been doing its work. It's worked pretty hard to bring these down to just above 12 degrees. You can still hear it cooling itself down now. We've made a start on the cleaning. So now let's pitch the yeast. As I said earlier, we're going with S23 and Nova Lager. I'm not going to be pressure fermenting these at all. Just literally put this cap on to stop the bugs getting in. So let's start off with the Nova Lager in the corner. Sprinkle it on top of the wort. We've got a visitor.
Oh, that's filming.
Show us a new stripe. Wow. You happy?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, come on then.
Looks good, babes. You'll nearly be good as me soon.
Yay! Come on then, we'll sort you out.
And there we have the yeast pitched into that one. Pop the lid on. Can you open it, man? And away they go. So as I said, I'm not going to be pressure fermenting these for the time being. I want to see the difference between those two yeasts. They're going to be running on the same fermentation profile, exactly the same. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this glycol chiller manages that as well. Obviously it comes through on the Grainfather app, which I'm really looking forward to monitoring the progress of it. So I hope you found that useful. I'm really looking forward to seeing how these beers turn out, and I'm looking forward to sharing the results with you in an upcoming video as well. So that's all from me this time. Iechyd.